Hey guys, so today I thought I would talk to you a bit about applying for university and the process that I went through and the reasons that I chose the University of Sussex to study my degree. I worked at an open day recently and I was chatting about the reasons why I love Sussex and basically trying to encourage people to come because I absolutely love it with all my heart. So I thought I would put it in video form as people in year 12 are currently beginning to think about what universities they choose if they want to go to university. So I thought it might be useful to put all of my thoughts about the University of Sussex into one video. First of all, I was looking at English language and linguistics courses, and this is not really offered in many universities around the country, so I was already very limited, which kind of helped the process. So I didn't have loads of options, which was kind of useful because sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming to have several universities to look at and not really knowing where to start. So the way applying for university works through UCAS is that you pick 5 universities and then you wait for your offers if you get all your offers, and then you choose 2. One is your first choice, which obviously is your most favourite, and the second is your insurance choice, that if you do not get into your first choice you will then go to the insurance. So I had Sussex as my first choice, Reading as my insurance, and then Birmingham, Brighton and Canterbury Kent as my other 3. Some people when they're in year 12 in the summer after they finish their exams go and visit open days and go to different universities to try and figure out what they like, but I left it till the beginning of year 13 because I was like, cannot be dealing with that stress during exam time. So in September of year 13 I went to my first open days and the first one was Sussex. Initially I wasn't going to go because I saw that the grades were AAA to AAB and I was like, nah, no way can I get that. So I didn't really want to go initially, but my mum was like, come on Becca, like you can do it, like let's just go and see what it's like. You don't have to like it, but let's just start the process of looking at unis. And the moment I stepped onto campus, I absolutely fell in love with it. I hadn't even been to the talks yet and I was like, I need to go here because this is my kind of place. I've split the video into 4 different sections, so I'm going to be chatting about the campus, the location, the course, and then the university as a whole. First of all, Sussex is a campus university, so everything's contained in one space and you don't have to travel around town to go to your different lectures or to your accommodation or students' union. It's all on one place and it's absolutely beautiful. I knew immediately that I didn't want a city-based university purely because I liked the idea of everything being contained in one space, and it kind of narrowed down the opportunity for stressful times in your first year. Sussex is quite a small university. There's I think approximately 17,000 students, which obviously sounds like a lot, but when you compare it to other universities like Nottingham that has like 45 to 50,000 people, it's quite a small campus. It's really easy to find your way around. There's basically one central route through campus and then everything's just dotted off of that. Although it might seem overwhelming at an open day, it's actually really easy to find your way around. Within the first week or 2 weeks you know everything. One of the things I noticed about Sussex when I came to visit is that it has a massive community feel. Like I walked on and everyone just seemed really friendly and it's a close-knit group of people. Everyone's kind of on the same wavelength and it just felt like a place that I needed to go to. The university is located near the South Downs and it's absolutely stunning. It's literally so nice to be able to just, after a lecture, walk into the South Downs and just have a nice walk around with your flatmates or your course mates or whatever and go for lunch in the really nice stately home that's there. It's beautiful. It's in such a stunning setting and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. It obviously is also located in Brighton. It's not central Brighton, it's kind of on the outskirts of Brighton, but it's a really quick bus into town, probably about 20 minutes from the university to the seafront. Really, really quick. Really easy to get around. Like the bus systems are actually kind of good, and the trains you can get easily to London, to back home where I'm from. It's a really well connected city and it's just situated in a really good place. And then obviously, location wise, it's set in Brighton, the most beautiful city that I've been to in my entire life. I love it so dearly. I've just grown so fond of it since studying here. It's filled with eclectic people, the culture, it's really bright and colourful. They have so much going on throughout the year. Like some universities that I know that my friends are at, when students go home for Christmas or summer, the towns kind of go quite quiet and there's not really much to do. Whereas obviously Brighton is not just focused on the university, it's a massive cultural, beautiful city and has a very vibrant atmosphere all the time. So there's always something to do. Even if you stay here during the summer or on Christmas, you'll find something to do easily. And then obviously the beach. What's not to love about the beach? You can just go there, have a barbecue with your friends, have a couple of pints of cider, relaxing in the sun. It's literally the best location ever. Like, I am not envious of any other people at the universities because I've got Brighton Beach, the pier, the lanes, just, I could go on and on and on about what to do in Brighton. Maybe that's a separate video, in fact. I have a think. Obviously the campus and the location are really important, but equally as important, if not more important, is the course. Like I said earlier, I studied English language and linguistics, so it looked at lots of grammar, sociolinguistics, language of film, language of media. It was a really interesting mix of things. I think something really good that Sussex offers is that the department is really small. There's only 7 members of staff in the English language department, which is so nice, for me anyway, because I really like the fact that they all know you by name, they know you by what your favourite things are in linguistics to study, they know what you're doing for your essays and for your dissertation, they email you things that you might find interesting. It's just nice that it's a very intimate atmosphere and they really know you as people. In some different courses that have hundreds of people on a course, you don't really get to know your lecturers very much. Sometimes when you're away from home it can feel a bit alienated and like, obviously you have really good friends at university, but sometimes you just want something that's really familiar. And I think Sussex's linguistics department really offers that because they care about your well-being. Another massive factor for me was how the course is assessed. I hate exams. I literally cannot stand exams. I panic. I'm really bad at revising. So it was really important for me that the course was very coursework based. And luckily for me, Sussex was. I think in my entire degree I've done 2 exams and then 1 takeaway paper, which is a paper that you take home and you get 48 hours to complete. And I was really, really pleased with how it was assessed. I enjoy doing presentations, I enjoy talking, obviously, and I really liked that way of learning. And essays and other written assessments, I just felt like I was being tested so much better than being put in a room for 2 hours and trying to regurgitate all this information that I'd learned over the last 4 months. The English language and linguistics course at Sussex is also really great because you get to mould your degree around what you like within linguistics. I really don't like grammar. I'm not a massive fan. I don't really get it. I get really confused with it. Same with phonology and phonetics. Sociolinguistics and language in the media and language in politics and things like that, I love so much. I find it so interesting. My dissertation was on language in the media, speeches, television and film. I found that so interesting. I looked at The Crown. I also looked at What a Girl Wants with Amanda Bynes. I studied some interactions in there and analysed it with all my linguistic knowledge. It really allowed me to shape my degree and it felt like I'd kind of made it my own. Lastly, the university as a whole. I think you can tell from this video that I absolutely had the time of my life at Sussex and I love it with all my heart, and I think a lot of that comes down to the people. The friends that I've made at Sussex and the people that you come across are just the most open-minded people I've ever come across in my life. I don't think I will find many groups in my life that are as liberal and on the same wavelength as me as the people I've met at Sussex. I can't put it into words because you just need to experience it to understand. The majority of people are really open-minded and have really similar views to me, so that was a really massive benefit of coming to Sussex and studying in Brighton. And sometimes when I've noticed when I've gone to other universities, it's not the same. Like, you notice a difference, and I just love the expression of people that come to Sussex and live in Brighton. And I think it's just so important that the environment that you study in is comfortable, it feels homely, and I just can't imagine doing a degree in a university that didn't feel like home. So I hope that gives you an idea of why I chose the University of Sussex. If you have any questions related to Sussex Uni or the university application process, please let me know in the comments below and I will try and answer them. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. A bit of a different one, but I really enjoyed making it, and any opportunity to shout about how great Sussex Uni is a great opportunity for me. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you on Monday at 5. Bye!